Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a collective or general reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you, leave the rest. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning that if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. If it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That will give you further clarity as to your situation right now. All right, so we're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. Just got this very purring, happy cat on my lap right now. Are you going to stick around here and do some happy thoughts? All right. Cat's purr is very healing. So we can use that right now, Stella. All right. We have the King of Swords as the underlying energy for this reading. The King of Swords represents someone who is a professional. He is representing the element of thoughts and mental intelligence, that mind, ability to discipline the mind. The King of Swords would be at the top of his game. His profession would be something to do with using his words and his intellect. This energy would represent like someone that's maybe a politician that uses their thoughts and their words and speaks for a living. Could be a lawyer. If it's a lawyer, it's for sure a partner in a big firm somewhere, a well-known one. Someone who's at the top of their game. It could be a head prosecutor, Supreme Court judge. It could be, if it's a politician, could be a president, prime minister, an actual king, that kind of energy right at the top of their game. It could be like a minister that's high up, or a senator in the federal government. It can also represent the energy of a surgeon, a well-known surgeon, a type of energy. So this, the King of Swords understands how to use words. He understands that words have a lot of power, and so he's very careful with his words, whether they be written or verbalized. And he also understands words can be used as weapons, and they can also, that talk is cheap and actions do speak louder than words. So you have to back your words with action. And then we have the King of, the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands is kind of the opposite here. The Page of Wands, the pages would be around 7 to 14 years of age when they would begin working for the king and the queen in the court. And they would perform small tasks and basically run communication back and forth. And their energy, his energy is of the element of the fire. And he is very much admiring his wand. And so this is talking about a young, enthusiastic, masculine energy, like under the age of 20. And he is very passionate and enthusiastic about life, loves to take on new adventures. The pyramids in the background there represent taking on adventures for the knowledge of it, just enjoying, exploring the world. He's got a feather in his cap. And so this energy is bringing in some sort of communication regarding something that you're passionate about, or something to get passionate about. This energy is, like in the old days, they would, of course, be delivering messages by hand. But these days, we have so many ways that we can communicate. So this could be representing a phone call, it could be a text message, a social media post that you see where you go to an event and then you meet someone, that kind of energy. It can be the news, seeing something on the news, and we have so many forms of communication now. It could be in person, but it's not as likely. I'm just going to check that this spread, I have it correct, because I was doing a different spread before this, and I just want to make sure, yes, that you will be able to see the whole thing when it's done. All right. We have the death coming in. So this is not representing actual death, very rarely. It's more about transition and rebirth, and that kind of energy of, a major transition happening. And it's not surprising, because right now, as I'm doing this reading, it's the new year, the year of the fiery horse energy. And day one of that energy, we've come out of the year of the snake. It's also, we have a new moon tonight in the sign of Aquarius. Opposing that is the Leo energy. And then we have also an eclipse happening tonight. And this is a solar eclipse. So what's happening, hold on just 1 second, I'm sorry. It's okay. My cat is just needing me for a second there. Good, she's leaving. When she's good, she's good, and when she's bad, she's bad. So this energy, you're too distracting. You have to be a good girl or else go away. So this energy is talking about a transition happening, and the eclipse is being represented here. This is the tunnel at the end, or the light at the end of the tunnel. And as I said, this is representing significant change. So tonight we have the new moon in Aquarius, and we also have an eclipse happening, a solar eclipse, which means that the sun is being blocked out by the moon. And so it's the hidden illusions and the secrets. It's a powerful energy. It's the very first eclipse of 2026. So this energy is, eclipses will last, they bring around, it's not necessarily sudden change, but it's significant change in your life, like a different path or something and this energy lasts for about 6 months. So there's a lot of impact on tonight and today. I was trying to load my readings and my videos, and YouTube was even down for a while there. I was like, what the heck? And then I had to check. I thought, was it my computer? Because when is YouTube ever totally down? It just wouldn't load. And then I checked, and yeah, sure enough, they were having difficulties. So it's kind of like a lot of energy in the air right now. We have the Hangman. So yeah, this is talking about hang in there. The Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he is hanging upside down because he wants to gain a new perspective before he takes action, which is a brilliant thought right now. The fiery horse energy is really free-spirited, and it's wanting to achieve big goals, and it's the kind of energy, this kind of energy. It's really in matters of love, passionate, and horses are all heart. It's that kind of energy. The danger is that it can cause people to be very impulsive and also be very hot-headed, and so do things, have get in a bad mood, do a temper tantrum thing, do something impulsive that you really regret later. So don't get all worked up and then go tweeting all over the place. You'll regret it the next day. Or get in an altercation with anyone if you don't have to. It's just really challenging energy today in particular, because we have a lot of other astrological events happening. If they come up in the reading, I will bring them up. The fire horse energy and the moon have already come up here. But I want to focus on getting through this reading. And I do have a playlist with new moon, full moon readings, and they're for each astrological sign. And I talk about I just finished them for the new moon coming up. So if you really want to look at that. Also, I have another playlist that has the energy from the fire horse energy for your sign, as well as Valentine's Day, if you want to take a look at all that. And that might give you further insight. So the Hangman it looks like this is an energy of when the aura around his head is bright, it means, okay, now I know what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to take action. That's a really good idea right now. And then we have, there's a soulmate coming in. So the soulmate kind of energy, this is really awesome energy. It's talking about a divine partner that is matched to you. And it's on a soul level. So it's on a spiritual as well as physical level. And so this is talking about someone. This card can also represent you within yourself, having your masculine and feminine energies very balanced. And you're really communicating with your intuition, with the spiritual realm, and then bringing that and applying logic to it to have really strong results from your actions. And this is talking about being very balanced. And if you're very balanced in your masculine and feminine qualities, then when you get together with your soulmate, they're balanced as well. Then you really empower each other to move forward in your destiny, like what you are destined to do. You're meeting not just on a physical level, but on a soul level. We have the Empress energy here. So the Empress energy represents someone who has a lot of life experience. They have the qualities of all four queens rolled into one person, which is something that you acquire by having life experience. Unless you're born an Empress, which not many of us are, like an actual Empress. But this is talking about someone that has lived enough to, and it's not necessarily an age so much, but it's like had a life with a lot of experiences in it to be able to mature enough to have the qualities of all four queens. So, there's the Queen of Wands, which is, she's very sexy and a natural beauty and very good at creative solutions because she uses her logic and her intuition. Someone with a real sunny disposition. And then we have the Queen of Cups, who is all about love, like loving, unconditional love and being a container of love, basically. Someone who you can rely on like that to look after your children, that kind of, like that really loving energy. And then we also have the Queen of Swords, who's learned probably the hard way, discernment. So she's been there, done that, has a t-shirt and doesn't put up with any bullshit, doesn't entertain people with that are, just around to waste her time. And then we also have the Queen of Pentacles, who's known for her reliability, her ability to make something out of nothing and to be very, someone who can really stretch a dollar if need be. The pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness, but also quality of life. So it's talking about someone who understands how to do that and is very resourceful. So that's kind of all rolled into one. This card of the Empress can also represent she's pregnant with possibility. And sometimes this can actually mean someone is pregnant. So if that's you, or if you're wanting to get pregnant, or you're not wanting to, keep that in mind. And then we have, so we have the Nine of Swords coming in. So the Ten of Swords. And so the Ten of Swords is you've been stabbed in the back 10 times and left for unalive. This energy is like not someone sort of didn't like you. This is calculated effort to take you down because they want what you have usually. Follow the money. That's usually what it's about, that kind of energy, although it could be a power trip of some sort. This again is talking about there's always light after the dark. And it looks like there's an eclipse here as well. The figure here has their hand in the form of blessing, like the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is someone that brings justice down from the spiritual realm to the physical realm. And so this is talking there. This could be a blessing in disguise. It's the end of a challenging cycle for sure. This can represent the slow dagger, the Masonic slow dagger energy, which if you want to look into that, you can look into that. And you just Google it. And I don't want to get into it. It's something it might apply here, because usually when this kind of effort is put in, like this can represent like a decade of effort, basically, or more, of someone really going out of their way to sabotage you. It can represent a decade and at least 10 people being involved, and sometimes even 10 groups of people. So it's, or one person 10 times kind of energy, like every year as an annual event. I don't know, that kind of energy. This is like a concerted effort, thought out and calculated. So this is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is representing someone who wants to move forward. They're standing on the precipice of this shoreline and thinking about going to the other one. Now this looks like sand, but this is actually water. It's just the sun is shining on it and it's making it yellow. But this person is thinking about hopping on one of those ships and sailing away to new shores. And so this energy is talking about the three wands represent action. And quite often, when this card comes in, like he's got his right hand on this action, and it's like he's gone through a portal here, and he's like ready to make a move. This can actually represent wanting to move or making a move, like actually physically thinking about moving. It also can be talking about that energy of wanting to just make a big move, like a change in your life. Sometimes this can represent someone who is in a couplehood or like a relationship with two people, and now they want to be single. Or the other person left and now they are single. Yeah, left out in the cold, that's more the energy. So this is that tactics card. I was picking up that energy. So this is about money, and this is that there's been tactics used to put you in this position. And it's to leave you out in the cold so that you are unable to, these two people, this one's barefoot in the snow, and this one is on crutches, and they're wearing a bell around their neck. And the bell around the neck is for if you have the plague. In the old days, what they would do is put a bell on your neck and you had to wear it. So people would hear you when you came into town, which would make it kind of difficult to get a job, right? Or to, it's about really making someone isolated so that they don't have any hope and they don't have any future kind of energy, and they lose their lifestyle totally here. They're going by a church, so they might go in the church for some respite, or they might just keep going and work with each other to collaborate and be able to come out of the cold. So I'll talk about this some more if there's more energy that comes up. We have the Fool energy, and the Fool is starting a new journey. So I was getting this feeling like this is going to be over very quickly here. Something to do with the King of Wands, or Swords here, I mean. This could be someone who's, this can even represent like chief of police, that kind of energy, detectives, like FBI, CIA, that kind of energy. Yeah, because there's been something going on here that is really wrong. That kind of energy, like really not, this is really unpleasant energy. And it's very calculated. And it like the only card we really have here, other than like, because the page, I don't get that this is, I feel like this is the Empress that's dealing with this energy. But the Fool is here now, and the Fool represents, hey, we're on a new journey now. So the Fool is starting out at the beginning. He's the 0 point in the major arcana. And so he goes through all the cards in the major arcana to card number 21. And then that's the World, and it completes the cycle. It means you've achieved all you can in this cycle. So some people go through only one cycle in their lifetime, and other people go through many, so it just depends. I was wondering if this card would come in, because I think they went in the church, or one of them did, and thought, I'm putting my mind to rest, hanging my mind on the wall, and I'm putting it to rest here, and going inward to meditate and really gain really similar energy, making like this is the energy of someone who wants to go inward and meditate and pray so that they can use their intuition and ask God, like, what do I do next? The stained glass window here has the word Pax on it, P-A-X, which means peace. And this is about peace of mind. And so quieting the mind, disciplining the mind to be quiet, and then being able to move forward in a strong way on the new journey. Really good idea. This is the energy I'm talking about right now, and what with the energy the way it is, we have another eclipse coming in on February 3rd or on March 3rd, and that one's going to be a lunar eclipse. So there's going to be the energy is going to change quite a bit. And I feel like now is a good time, like if you're thinking about moving or making big life decisions and you can avoid making them for a couple weeks, just, research, do as much research as you can so that you're ready to make a move. and you have all the facts and you know exactly what you need to do. And then when the energy is going to soften a little bit, then it'll be a good time to make your move. This is really, and this is sitting the Empress with the soulmate when you come to peace of mind. So let's see now. Yeah, there's someone who has their eye on you, or you have your eye on someone. And this is the Page of Cups. So his element is a cup of love. And he understands that there's plenty of fish in the sea here. But he's really focused on this fish. And so that's the one that he wants to acknowledge. So this could represent some sort of communication coming in from someone who, wants to take you out on a date, or, let's go together and have a cup of coffee together, or whatever you do, or someone that you bump into. Like I said, if you, the communication could be a phone call, something in the mail, it could be a text, it could be, seeing something on social media and there's an event, and then you go there and you bump into this person and you go, oh, let's go get together, whatever. You really enjoy each other's company. And then this is talking then, once that happens, then it's on this transition. This is when you're like, okay, like maybe I should move for sure. Like this is, I've done everything I can here. And it's really contemplating this. Like you've left this. This is about leaving a partnership or entering that portal. And then this is about the holding the world in your hands. But this is like feeling like a big fish in a little pond. Like I've done everything I can here. And maybe, there's two wands here. Maybe it's time to start a relationship again, like be ready to do that. And one thing I'm noticing here is we have the 111, 111. And so this is an energetic portal that it's been coming up a lot in the readings. And I think it's because of all this new change, like this new energy coming in. Look up those astrological effects in those readings that I talked about, because there's quite a bit happening right now. But the 111 portal is when it's a synchronized energy from the universe, where all of a sudden you'll know when you're in it, because I'll give you an example. You're sitting at your computer and you're working away, and then you like, oh, okay, I have an appointment at 1:30. So you look and it's 11:11. I've got a little bit of time yet, but I'm going to look up the address, and the address is 111 11th Avenue. And you're like, whoa, that's kind of weird. And then, you're working away, and then you look it up on the Google map, and it's 11 minutes from where you are. Oh, okay. So then you're working away and you realize, oh, I got to go. And as you are leaving the house, you look up at the clock and it's 1:11 now. And so you get in your car and you're driving, and there's a detour. And you're like, oh, but you still have time, because you've got, your appointment is about 10 minutes away or 11 minutes away, that kind of energy. And the car in front of you, on the license plate, it has a 111. This is the universe saying to you, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to where you want to go, not on the problems getting there, because you're manifesting at a very high level right now. And you'll start to notice when it's a real weird thing, but you'll start to notice, hey, this is happening quite a bit. And you'll notice, hey, I was having a really negative thought, and I didn't even realize I was. And so this is saying, energy flows where attention goes. So you really want to pay attention to that. When that happens, check your thoughts. We have the Three of Cups here, and this is someone celebrating. They're celebrating an event that's happened. They're not celebrating with each other. They're not even looking at each other. This energy, it's not my favorite card for celebrating, because the cups are about love, and generally about romantic love. So why are there three of them? And also, no one's looking at each other. And in a lot of cultures, particularly in Europe, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, then it's 7 years bad luck in your romantic love life. So that kind of defeats the purpose. And look at this is how people toast each other when they care. When they're even if there was 3 of them, they would all be like looking at each other. And so this energy is more like gossip, slander, talking about something that's happened, celebrating something too soon. And you'll see this card come out a lot when it's full moon or new moon energy, because this is about people collaborating with each other to cause hardship to other people. It's this energy here. So when there's that kind of energy around, this is just, it's talking about this energy here, I feel. So maybe they're happy because you're leaving town, and that's what their goal was, that kind of energy. But you're happy you're leaving town too, so who cares? You're just thinking about it here. And this card quite often can be like franchise energy. So this can be talking about really being successful and planting one wand here and then saying, you know what, I'm going to start another business in another city or whatever, and I've met this person, I may as well go do it there. Maybe even cross the ocean and go to a new country, that kind of energy. Like someone who really wants to, the wands represent the fire, the element of fire, and the signs that are in the fire energy are like really ambitious that way. They like new, they like to travel, that kind of energy. So this could bring about something that you're looking at, something that you really want to wish for. But sitting on this card here, I'm thinking that they wish for what you have, and that's why they're celebrating, because they're hoping that you stay like this, and then they can snap up what belongs to you, because you won't be able to do anything about it. But this energy is you are highly favored. This is talking about you already have 9 cups. And so 9 cups, there's only 10 in the tarot. And so this is talking about you love who you're with, you love your partner, your children, your home, the place you live, you love to travel, you love to, your career, you love, your pets, like the people around you. And this is saying that possibly it's you're known to the public in some way. It can represent having a platform online, or it could represent that your family's just really well known in the town or the city where you live. It can represent like a politician type energy, like that kind of energy. And so it's a public figure kind of energy. And so this is saying stay focused. And again, like it's this 11111 energy. Stay very focused, because you just have 1 cup to go, and many a race is lost in the last lap. If you stay focused, you're very highly favored to get that 10th cup and have the fulfillment you want. Whoops, I meant to put this way. Although it keeps on wanting to go that way. So this could be saying you already have been the hermit long enough and been isolated long enough. Your lantern is full of the light of the North Star. It's time to move forward again on your path. You have your rod here is golden, so you know what actions to take. And it's time to come out of isolation now, and get moving with your life. We have this first. Look at this. We have this on your soulmate. So this is reaffirming that there's someone coming in to that will be a new lover, and that's the journey that you're on. And then look who shows up to wreck it. I wonder if these bitches sent this energy this way. It feels like it. So this is again sitting on this energy over here. But I feel like you have met your soulmate somehow, and that brings you out of isolation. You're now more public. So I don't know how you met them, but like maybe, like I said, maybe you saw they have a platform in social media or whatever, and you ran into them at an event or something like that. But this is saying it's like a divine partner sitting on this energy here. And that happens, and that's why you come out of isolation. That happens, and then this other energy is like, no, we can't have that. We're celebrating that we put them in this energy. After all our hard work, they're daring to get up. Are you kidding me? How dare they? This is look at the difference in these energies. This is when you have choice. Like the Lover's card was originally about choice. So it's about, like, as human beings, we have choice. God gives us choice. We can choose whether to stay on our destined path and confer with God, or we can decide to not stay on our destined path and confer with this guy. And this energy, you notice these two lovers are yoked to each other, and they're chained to Saturn's box, and the devil's haunched over them. So this is more about lust, and this is more about love. Do you see the difference in the energy here? Which one would you rather be? Which relationship would you rather be in? There's nothing worse than when you sell your soul to this guy. So we're not going to get the truth from this card. So we're going to see, okay, I know it's about this energy here and here. So what's going on here? Let's see. You're not going to get the truth out of the devil, so we're going to place the next card on it to cover it, to see which minion is he going to send in to do his dirty work. Well, look at this. It's the Empress energy. So this energy here, this is not representing this energy. This is representing your energy. Someone who's really enthusiastically trying to move on. It could be, you could be the King of Swords energy as well. But this Empress energy is like here. It's the pre-Empress, and she wants to be a full-blown Empress. This is about having like 9 pentacles and 9 cups. Look at that. That don't belong. This energy doesn't belong to this, and look at that. Like there's at least 9 people involved, or 9 groups of people involved, and they each want a piece of this energy. That's the 9. Yes, that is really interesting. I've never seen this played out like this before. There's lots. I'm learning so much from doing this online like this. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, the illusions are coming in here now about, okay, we're starting to learn, okay, what's going on. So this, you notice how they're almost dressed the same. And she's got her hand on this money. Or, oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. This could be the Empress. You are the Empress. And this is a copycat. Someone who wants to be you. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? That's the energy. You see how close this is? The Empress is all 4 queens rolled into one person in the minor arcana. And this is almost there, like almost how, like these people feel like we've done it. We've done it. We've stolen this person's soul. And we've stolen their money, and we've stolen their love. Yay! Aren't we awesome? We did it. We managed to steal from someone else their soul, but they don't realize that the devil works for God so that people can have choice. So it's all an illusion, and it's going to unravel, just like we're seeing played out in the world right now. Things that people thought were never going to rise to the surface are. And this is a game. It's the new moon. So this is what they're probably busy right now. Just, and then we have the Emperor here. So now we have the Emperor and the Empress here. So this card here could represent a lawyer or someone sending someone in, or the Emperor has hired this person to look into the paperwork and the what's been going on here kind of energy. Because this can represent, like this is someone, it's all about performance. And this is someone that's all four kings rolled into one that matches the Empress energy. This is the copycat. And he's sitting on this copycat. Like right here. Interesting. So let's look at this again here, just for a second. We have this energy coming in, getting the Empress out in the cold, so they're isolated. And then this new journey begins, where I'm wondering if this new energy isn't this person starting this, and this is the path they've taken, and they're after the Emperor. That's what I'm getting. We'll see. This is a really cool, this is like a bad movie. And look at, we have the 1111 here. This is the marriage card. So the copycat wants to marry an emperor, and she wants to pretend like she's an empress. Like and they're close. Like they've got 9 of the cups, they figure. They've got 9 of the pentacles. And now maybe the emperor has proposed marriage, or he's about to. That's the kind of energy. So this is the beginning of fulfillment. What happened? Oh, things go wrong. A nightmare. Things didn't go as planned in this 9, 9, 9, 9. Maybe they're German. 9. You're not getting it. The worst nightmare happened here. This has been, I feel like this is the energy here of, this is like a never-ending nightmare. The worst case scenario has just happened regarding where they are in this journey. Really, really interesting. And that's what's going on here. Huh. Because it's so interesting, isn't it, too? Here's the copycat who sold their soul to the devil, and here is the actual, the original. Interesting. Yeah, use your intuition at this time. I just feel like the high priestess is sitting next to God on the throne. So she's in this represents the devil, and this represents Jesus. So long as you're on this side, you'll be okay. So just, this is talking, I feel like a lot of this energy is playing out. These people have put a lot of effort into this. Yeah, and then there's some information flying in from this. Now, is this energy? Who is this? Because they're sending a message in. Now, are they running from this energy? Or bringing some information in? Because there's nowhere to take it to. And this card is like this is the fire horse energy at its worst. Like when the horse is running and you can't stop it, or you're forcing it to run into barren land against the wind with half the information. Yeah, you don't even have the point. Like you can't even see the point of what this is. Where are they running to? Nowhere. There's no one to run to from here. So they're running from something, from opportunities. Interesting. So these are all these opportunities that this person thought they were going to have, and it's going the opposite direction now. I've never seen these cards play out quite like this before. This is really, really interesting. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is coming in, so help you God. Wow. I feel this person is bringing the truth into the Emperor because it's sitting here. And this person, I don't know where they're running from this information. They're running from this information because there's nowhere to run to. There's nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. That's the energy. It's a song that's playing. Yeah, look at that. Heartbreaking decision has been made. Something happened here. Some information came in. This can represent like someone that the Emperor hired to look into this shift. Look into this for me. It could be a detective. This could even represent like the FBI, that kind of energy, bringing in, the feds to look into a situation. This is, again, this 3 energy here. This is representing wedging between 2 people, a couple, and this is the energy of a third person trying to come between them. And it almost always comes, if this card comes out, this one comes out with it usually. And the disappointed in love card hasn't shown up yet, but. So now we have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is looking into the future this way. This is a visionary energy. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So maybe, I don't know, it's hard to say what's happening here. It's sitting on this energy. So the King of Wands might be involved in this energy, and they're both looking this way as to what's been going on. The King of Wands isn't necessarily involved, but he's watching it happen. That's the kind of energy that's here. We're going to clarify this. A tower hits. Bang. Yeah, a reality check is coming in. Really wild energy. Like, and so perfect for tonight on Chinese New Year. Fiery horse energy. The lightning bolt hits. Bang. And these people are thrown off their game. That's the energy. And this is sitting on the king of Wands, and this is talking about gossip, slander. Look at heartbreak, that kind of energy. Wow, gossip, and there's someone panicking here because now the truth is coming out of what's really been going on, is what's happening, and people are talking. You know what I'm getting? The people that are involved, there's a lot of people involved, and this energy is coming in with the sword, and the Emperor would be like Supreme Court judge energy, like someone at the very top saying, okay, we're going to clean this shift up, that kind of energy. Let's see what's going on here. So if you're enjoying this reading, give it a like and a comment. It's kind of a weird reading, like I have to say. But it's kind of like what we're experiencing in the world right now. Like if you watch what's happening with those files, my goodness, like there's just so much, like every day there's something else. And then it looked like, oh, nobody's going to have to pay the price for their actions or whatever. Let's sweep it under the rug, and people are not having it. There's no way. And so now we're seeing justice is starting to be served here now. Really, and there's really wild energy all around. Like there's just, we've had like the horrible situation here in Canada. It's just like been really, really, really wild energy. And a lot of people getting caught up and caught. Justice being served on the planet as well as in people's individual lives. So let's look into this. We're going to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector. And this is something I started in 2007, and I've been working on, in 2020, I finished all 64 paintings. So now I'm working on bringing the oracle out. And I will, in the description box below, put the numbers of the cards as they appear here. The numbers represent the order that they are in on my website, and it's talesfromthevector.com if you want to take a look at it. I'm just working on bringing it out, and I want to play with it for a few months here, probably for another 4 or 5 months, and then I'll see, because every day I'm learning so much more by just working with, there we go. I keep waiting for the cards that want to come out. So yeah, It's not the emperor that sent this person in, it's God himself sent this person in to figure out what's going on here. That's the energy. So we have, in the description box below, I'll put them in the order that they are. If you want to look it up on my website, you can. There's something happening here. It's a scotoma, which is a blind spot. People can't see. There's some illusions happening here. Let's just look from the bottom to the top and back down again here, because once these cards come out, I can't do that. So this is talking about enthusiasm for moving forward. And then this energy comes in and they're celebrating something, not each other, and not, whatever it is, it's not intimately, they're not intimately involved in it. Like it's an event or something they're celebrating. This is talking about you being very close to getting what you wish for, using your intuition. There's some information coming in that has the opposing energy running. Like running. They have nowhere to go to, though, you see. Like, where are they going to go? Nowhere. There's nowhere to go. They're running from this energy, I feel. This is the King of Wands. Now, is he involved or not? I don't know. Or is this someone that he's with, and now their life just blew up, and he is in this energy of heartbreak because he didn't know it was happening? That's hard to say. Then we have the energy of the truth coming out, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. We have the Emperor, which is talking top authority, top performance level, get her done energy. The energy of the moon, like, so the illusions being brought to the surface. And this isolation of being left out in the cold, it's more like now making a choice to move on, because you want, like, you don't want to be where all of this happened. It's that kind of energy. So the scotoma is when you have a blind spot in your eye, and a scotoma in real life would be where situation where everybody knows what's happening but you, because they're all involved, or you know something that they don't know, and none of them know it but you know it. And that's the kind of energy that's being played out here on both sides. We have Libra coming in here. So we're talking about whether or not when the Fool goes on their journey, are they going to be able to anticipate their journey, or are they going to have expectations that limit them? And expecting that you can actually take someone else's destiny that God has planned for them is probably not going to work out that well for you. When the horoscope signs come in a reading like this, I'm not saying a Libra did it or any of that energy. What I'm looking at is, what is this energy? This is talking about people that are mature enough to be married and raise families kind of energy. And it's talking about the Venus energy is coming in at the end of the month with that eclipse energy, and it's about following your North Star, not following this dude. So this is talking about having expectations that create limitations, or just being able to anticipate your journey because you're on God's path here. So this energy is having the courage to get through this. It's a lot of energy, man. And then we have the Moon. Is that one card? No, we have Strength. So it's going to require strength, and it has required strength and integrity to get to the truth, basically. And then the Moon is coming out again. So I feel like this is talking, like when you have discipline in this oracle, it's like a gypsy energy instead of like the domestic dog and the wolf. This is about, are you too domestic, or are you too wild? Are you a wild child? And this is talking about, again, I feel this is talking about the eclipse that's happening now, and then there's going to be another eclipse by the end on the 3rd of March. And that's the people who are who have followed their North Star energy, that are on God's path, are going to have a lot of energy cleared up on the planet. It's like talking big time, and then also for individuals. There's a major transition happening right now. Like it's already in the spiritual realm and it's coming down to earth. And it happened on the 13th. I felt that so much. On the 13th, Saturn, which controls, is the planet that rules over the devil energy, is all about responsibility and having to go really deep and face whatever has happened. You need to face it. And we've got this energy at the top. There's a reality check coming in. Boom. So all those people that are in the files that thought, oh, they'll never be released, or we'll never get caught. This has been going on for generations and generations. Now, the people that used to think, oh, this is all just conspiracy theory, are being like, oh, and it's who wants that to be true? Nobody, but this is, the way it is. So this transition is going to be a blessing for people that are on a foolhardy journey, that can anticipate the future, which is this energy here. Being mature enough to know, you have to be an adult here and be responsible to be able to anticipate your journey, basically. Really interesting energy how this is coming in. We have anger. So this is talking about, where is this sitting on? Okay, so this is sitting on this energy here. Okay, so this is talking about the never-ending nightmare. And I feel like this is talking, because judgment's being called here, that this is talking about something that's been passed on from one generation to the other. And it's so weird because anger is a gift that keeps on giving. It's a karmic space because, if something could have happened to your great-grandpa and your grandpa is still angry at that, but they've never met those people or whatever, and they don't even know all the facts totally. And then, and maybe it was just gossip, that kind of energy. And then that energy, your grandpa gets your dad to be really, really angry. And then your dad's really angry and you're angry and you don't even know what the heck happened, but all you know is you're supposed to be angry. That's why anger is the gift that keeps on giving. And then we have this energy of surrendering. So this is that, yes, I feel the ancestors are coming in here and they're like, it's time for this all to be cleared up. And they're cheering, yay, finally this generational curse is going to be cleared. Justice is coming in. Yeah, the lack of awareness. So it's talking about the secrets are coming out, just like we're seeing right now. And it's public. It's everything's coming out. So it's that kind of energy. And then look at this, the heartbreak that the Empress. Look at that. The truth is coming out about this Empress energy. This one and this one. Look at that. Yeah, it's just confirmation. And then what do we have? The Chariot. So the Chariot is saying it's coming in now. It's already happening on the spiritual level, and it's moving forward. This energy doesn't surprise me on this moon because it's an eclipse. It's in the moon. It's also the beginning of a new year. There's a lot of energy here. And so people are riled up. There's a lot of people out there right now that are looking for misadventure, that are looking, they want to be angry. They want to, this energy has them riled up. And so that's why it's a really good idea that just to chill out tonight. I'm finishing this reading, and that's what I plan to do, is just chill out and not get worked up about anything. It's not worth it. Go inward and pray for the planet to be a better place pretty quick here. We've got a lot happening. We've had the horrible situation in Canada. And instead of going out there and causing more grief for people, how about praying for all the people, for the families that were affected by that tragedy? Wouldn't that be a better way to spend your energy than doing this? You would think so. So that's the kind of, if you've enjoyed this reading, give it a like and comment. It really does help my channel, and I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. I'm going to call it a night. I'm done for the day. This reading is just like so nasty. All right, bye for now. Sorry, little kitty. Yeah, I gotta wait.